Hi Pisces, and welcome to your July 2019 general read. I'm Jade with yesYesYes. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. First, let me just say thank you so much for all of your likes and shares and subscribes. And when you hit that like button, it helps me out so much. All of your comments and feedback I really appreciate as well. And for those who are reaching out for personal readings, we are doing some great work together. It's been really interesting. There's a lot of intensity out there. I know you're feeling it. I'm feeling it too. So it's nice to know we're in it together. If you're interested in a personal read, my information is in the box below, yesYesYes.life. And let me just tell you, we're going to do this general read starting with the overall from 2019. The link to that is also in the box below. And I'll do a clarifying with the Rider-Waite, okay? So we're gonna get started with your overall. For the year, we've got the staff card. This is the I will not stand for anything. This is my boundary. This shall not pass. This drives the straight line through all of the BS, right? This is also something that you can depend on and rely upon. This is your boundary. You're setting yourself and making your space very clear, okay? So this is an overall for the year. Now specifically for this month, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is building on something, and it's building on something that might be financial. It might also be, you know, like a partnership, a financial partnership. It could also be building a health routine, you know, working with a trainer. This is looking for a trinity, like a balance between three. I like threes, and not necessarily in relationship, that's not what I mean, but like threes, it's a checks and balances system where it's good to have a third person as a someone who can bounce things off. You know, it's not just a couple that can take, you know, that can turn all their energy against each other. There's a third person involved. There's a third thing involved. So I'm mentioning all that because we have the heart is a clarifier. Oh my gosh, come here, cards. The heart in the Norman deck is about love. So this could be a relationship that's building between you and another person, or it could be you, right? So we've got you, the other person, and the thing that you build together, which could be your love relationship. It could be a family, a house, or if we're talking about work, then it's the project that you two are building together, okay? So we'll see how this lays out, but it looks like Pisces might be in new relationship, so congratulations if you are. Now, the Rider-Waite, everything's been pre-shuffled. I'm gonna shuffle just a bit, and then I'm gonna lay it out so that the cards choose me. And at this point, you can probably, if you want to get straight to the reading, you can fast forward. Otherwise, I'm going to keep talking as I'm doing so, as I'm letting the cards choose my hand, and they're just getting a little stuck. So what I'm looking for is a weight. I pass my hands over the card, and when it feels heavy, that's the card that likes to be chosen. And sometimes it's 2. And I'm looking for 10 cards because we're going to do a Celtic cross. Some people hear words like stop, or sometimes their angels give them a little nudge, or their guides say, hey, that's the one. But I generally am kinesthetic, so I feel for things. The other thing, and that could be intuitive knowing as well, sometimes I visually see things, so I might see a card that stands out, but right now I have my eyes closed because I'm really feeling for what the cards want to tell me. When I see it, sometimes I put myself in the story, so I try not to do that. Okay, so for July, lots of energy. I'm right in between. We just had the solar eclipse yesterday, so this is the time of new intention. We're looking back at what project or what desire you had in January. What project did you start, or inkling that you had, and see how that has developed in the last 6 months. And then we're making adjustments right now to that, and we'll see how that then develops in 6 months. I feel like it's this one. That one. So eclipses move in 6-month cycles. The other thing to consider is that a year ago, July, August was the last eclipse season that we ended. So up for review is also going back and looking at, were things that were ended and completed last year, are they truly complete, right? Is it a clean break, or are these things up for, are they up for review? Well, they are up for review, but are they up for like looking at or welcoming back in? I got one more card to go. So keep that in mind. The final thing is 18 years ago. That's when the nodes were in the same place. So you may have something come up for you that is reminiscent or pulls a string or an emotional thread from something 18 years ago. So keep that in mind too. Okay. I know, it's so close. This is the only tricky matter. Okay, I'm gonna let those two be one. All right. Okay, Pisces. So let me pull these out. I'm gonna flip them so that they're in the order that they were chosen, and then we'll see what's going on for you, Pisces. So straight up, what's going on for Pisces? What's this about? 10 of Pentacles. We're talking about a family, a happy family that has it all. This is the house, the dog, the wife, the husband, the 2.5 children, the 401k. It's having all of the things. You've worked really hard. Your health is good, your money's good, your family's good. You're good. Let's talk about it. Why are we talking about this, Pisces? Ooh, because is there something lurking underneath? Capricorn energy here, but so it could be that there's lots of hard work that's happening to keep this family afloat. You may feel like you're caught in a cycle to keep this family afloat. The other thing is that there could be some negative behaviors that are creeping in and threatening this happy life, okay? And those negative behaviors would be, drugs, alcohol, sex. These are addictions, things that, and even doubt sometimes, right? Something as much as, or as little as your partner said something to you that caused you to doubt yourself. And then that doubt, that little seed starts to grow, and then you start to see it in your relationship. And then it becomes something that can take the whole relationship down. So remember that the devil talks, this energy is working against, and it's interesting because the Capricorns work so hard, but this is working against a balanced version of yourself. It's reminiscent of the Lover's card, but it's the negative. Okay, so think of that. Okay, so it doesn't have to be initially a huge thing. It can start with something very, very small, and that is taking seed. I think that's what I'm feeling, is something is taking seed. Now the foundation is the Hermit. Virgo energy. This is someone going within. So that could be what's going on, is that the addiction could be an addiction to self, loneliness, isolation, not sharing, not wanting to connect. One partner may not be maintaining their end of the bargain, right? They may not be sharing what's really going on the inside, trying to do things on their own, trying to remove themselves, okay? So this is not working in partnership. From the near past, recent past, we've got the Tower. So something came up and caused you to have to look at all of this. So recent past, this could have been an argument. This could have been, something threatened the happy life. And maybe, Pisces, you were taken completely aback by it because your person might have been removing themselves, and you didn't realize that it had gotten to this place because it started with just a little seed. Again, this could be your energy as well. But the little seed has now burst forward, and now it's up for review. Okay, we're up for review looking at this. Now, this may work with the timeline I was giving you with the moon and the nodes and the eclipses, but we'll see, okay? So far, we're very intense. We've got the Devil and the Tower on the table. Let's see what's going on in your present energy. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So it looks like no one's talking right now, okay? And I set this up way far over here. No one's talking. There's, you know, there might not only be silence, but it could just be blocking even. So if you guys don't live together, which I feel like you might have, you know, you might be taking a physical break from each other and be in silence, be in separation, but there's no talking, and that truth about what's going on hasn't come in yet. So I think that for Pisces, Pisces is trying to get to the truth by looking at these videos. That makes sense. For the near future, oh babies. Okay, so you might even be feeling this now, this grief, this loss, this pain, okay? And this pain is clear because someone has isolated themselves. The big change, the presto changeo came in and occurred. It kind of shook everything up in your family life, in your happy, happy family, that you thought you had everything. Something came in. It could have been somebody else who threw things off, but I'm really feeling like there is a removal from a partnership where one person is pulling back. Now we talked about this 3, okay? 3 and love. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a third party, but there is something that is complicating this love, and it's something where you need to be building on it all together or not at all, okay? And like I said, it could be you, your partner, and the relationship itself. So keep that in mind. In this, you know, we've got 2 3s on the table, and the 3s are they're not as stable as 4s. They're a little unstable. Okay, how do you feel about this? What's going on? Oh, okay. So here's the third 3. So it's not feeling good. Okay, let me go back. Pisces. This is a general read. Sun, Moon, Rising. If it resonates, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I have a tendency to do these as general. If they show up in love and relationship, I'll read it that way. This is showing up in love and relationship, so I'm going to give you that reading. When 3 of Cups comes out in the reverse in a love relationship, we're looking at it being a third party because there are 3 emotional things happening. Doesn't always have to be, okay? But the fact is that there's no joy, no love, no fun, no celebration because it's in the upright, or excuse me, it's in the reverse. So with it being in the reverse, that's saying that the emotional fulfillment is upended. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, too many people involved, or too many things involved. It's too complicated for it to be joyful right now. How are they seeing it? They're seeing it as 2 of Wands. So it looks like your person is looking to build something, and this might all be on you. It goes back and forth. They may want to build something new and different. So this could be a new type of relationship. Maybe you review your relationship and change it so that it is different and that it can work for both of you. But this person is looking beyond this 2, okay? So it seems like your person is looking beyond your relationship and trying to look at the long-term, what their long-term goal is. They're also looking at the world, which means that they're broadening their perspectives. Oh, Pisces. Hopes and fears. Queen of Swords. So we're hoping that there could be some clear communication about it. You might have been wondering what's going on and your person's just not talking to you. You're receptive. Your heart is open. You're open to hearing what's going on, but communication needs to be brought in clearly and directly. That's what you're really hoping for, okay? The fear is that, you know, the truth is something that can cut, of course, but, and now we've got 2 cards that came out as the outcome. And I find this very interesting because I'm looking at the cards. Okay, so here's your outcome. 2 possibilities. We'll get clarification because you have a choice here. Okay, so when I was choosing, I'm trying to remember how the stickiness of these cards, I can't remember which one wanted to really stay, but it doesn't matter because we've got 2. I let 2 come out. So the outcome could be that you see each other for exactly what's going on and the emotional balance is restored between you 2, okay? But there's gonna be some talking that has to happen. You have to get through this this hurt and this pain that's coming, okay? But this is the outcome of the near future. Here's the other outcome, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is stagnancy, not closing out a cycle. It's still kind of playing out in the old way, okay? So it seems to me that you have two choices, or well, you have choices here. One is a healing, the other is to stay stuck, okay? And I feel like the healing can happen as long as this communication comes in. If the communication doesn't happen, and that means, what's this, right? This person, why? Why did this hermit? Why did you even pull yourself away in the first place? What is this doubt, the behavior that is seeding something negative in this happy relationship? Those are the answers that you need in order to get out of the stagnancy and back to this balance. But the balance is possible. The balance seems to be possible. That's the outcome, okay? So Pisces, breathe. And let's see if we can get a few more answers here, because up until that point, it was not looking good. This flip-flops, okay? I'm curious about the flip-flop, so we'll see. But it can flip-flop either way. If the healing comes in, if you and I'm saying the threes because we've got threes here. If you revise the relationship to work, maybe you open up the relationship. Maybe you bring another person into your relationship. Okay, these are extreme options for some. Okay, so again, this is not for everybody. The other thing is, if your person has a dream, something that they're really trying to manifest, and that's why they pulled away, so that would be the third thing. If it's the relationship itself is the third thing, you need to bring that back in and honor it, honor the connection that you had. So there are all kinds of ways to look at what threes can be, okay? Now, I'm curious here. Actually, I'm going to go to the foundation. I'm curious about that Hermit card. Why is the Hermit card here? Why did this person pull into themselves as the Hermit? What is this Hermit here for? What is this Hermit here for? Okay. They were feeling stagnant in this relationship. It came out in reverse, okay? Wanting to change things up. They really needed to change things up. I think it's been a happy long-term relationship, and it just kind of got to a place where this person is growing and they need to change things. They need it to be different for them, okay? If you are a Pisces in relationship with an Aquarius, I just had a really intense relationship spread with Aquarius, so you may want to watch that. And I say that because they're on the other side and that you also showed up in their foundation. So feel free to look at that one. But this person needed to draw back and get a new perspective because they're feeling stagnant, because they're feeling like things weren't quite, they weren't, okay, it had been fine for a while, but it turned into something else, and they're not happy, okay? That's all, just basically not happy. Well, doesn't mean you can't heal that, all right? I'm not gonna clarify the Tower, I think that's pretty clear, but Knight of Swords energy in the reverse. What are we feeling right now? What clarity can we give to Pisces for the present? This Knight of Swords in reverse, please. Knight of Swords in reverse. Not wanting to give me the story, huh? Okay. Ah, there's the Empress. Okay. So, this is, well, first is Venus energy. So this is Taurus and Libra. Not speaking and sitting back on your laurels and just hoping that it's going to work itself out, okay? This is not taking any action and just kind of laying back and allowing it to become what it is or what it's meant to be. Now, there's a danger in that because you're removing yourself, okay, that's fine, removing yourself from reacting, any drama, any of that, but things can develop without you having any say, any input, or any energy in it, okay? And that could be where you end up pained in the future, is because you're taking a step back, allowing this person the time and the space to not speak, right? We're talking about there's no communication right now, because you're just kind of sitting back on your laurels and letting things unfold. And there's a power to that. I don't know if you want to do that for long, okay? Because I don't want you to get to this pain position because of inaction. Now let's see, this near future pain, what's going on there? Near future, Three of Swords, please, for Pisces. What is this near future for Pisces? Pisces, you guys love so much. I don't want you to have the pain. Okay. What else do we have here for Pisces, please? Oh, good. Okay, Ten of Swords in the reverse. So this is that melodrama, the drama, the extreme end, okay? Let it pass. What this is saying, you've got, you know, a sword on top of a sword here. You got both two very intense cards together. Let the swords fall out. Let the pain release. Confront it in the future, okay? Right now you're not ready for it, you don't feel like it, that's fine. In the future, you're gonna have to confront what's really going on with your person or what they're really asking for, needing. So confront it, confront the pain, and then let it go, okay? Just let that process happen. Take as long as you need, of course. I'm not trying to force you through it, but that is what's going on as you're looking at it and then letting it go. I do like that. Right now, you don't want to look at it. Right now, you just want to see things as beauty. Okay. Now, let's look at this outcome. What's going on for these outcomes here? I feel like I should clarify. Is the Two of Cups outcome? Let me clarify. Just the Two of Cups is the outcome. Okay. I'm going to let the Magician come out. It came out and flipped back. So, Two of Cups, it's going to need some magic. It's going to need some communication because that's Mercury. What else? Temperance in the reverse. Okay. So the Two of Cups here, clarified by Temperance. There's a need for healing and a need for making this work with communication, okay? Sagittarius, Gemini, and Virgo. So there is a balance that's in, it's not here yet, but you know, the only way to get to this place is to find the balance, talk about it, decide what you two want to manifest together, and heal what has already been driving all of this pain, okay? So this is definitely your third thing here, is healing this stake that you drove through your relationship because of silence, okay? So that's your third thing there. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is. Okay, that's not counting. You can't just toss cards at me. All right. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Six of Wands just tossed itself out. So yes, we know Wheel of Fortune, there's no victory there, not feeling good about it. Let me see what else. What brings on this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Because that's the choice. You're going to have to know one way or the other, right? Oh, Pisces. So many intense karmic readings going on. So just know you are not alone. Okay. I'll take it all. Wheel of Fortune, babies. Here we are. Stagnancy, not feeling good about it, right? Not feeling like you're winning, not being the winner. Because it went awry, because there wasn't the balance, Gemini energy, because there wasn't communication or innovation in the relationship, and also letting go of a deep connection here. Letting go, but look, needing to have a new beginning, right? Needing to have a new beginning so that this emotional stability, this emotional promise that you want, right? You want to get back to that where it feels good. So this is ending a cycle to get to this. This is long term, of course. This is not anywhere near where you are right now, but it's your choice. If you speak the truth together, right? It has to be working together. If you speak the truth together about love, about what's going on, remember, working together for your love, and you heal whatever this separation has happened within the relationship, if you can heal it, then you have this. You can see each other clearly for what's going on. I see you, I hear you, I love you, okay? If the stagnancy continues, if you don't want to face the truth, if you don't want to speak about the truth, then you're going to let go of something that was deep right? That was deep and connected. You're going to resist it, but you're going to have something new starting over, and eventually you'll get back to this place where the emotions will overflow and something new will happen. And it's not showing me that it's going to connect with this person, but in the future, somewhere else, you will in fact love again, okay? So Pisces, it's always up to you, but it seems like there's some major change going on in your relationship. It seems like it's your partner who has kind of slowly removed themselves from partnership. It came, you had a huge tower moment. Maybe that was an argument. Something came up where you realized what was going on. Present energy, nobody's talking. You're sitting back hoping that it's going to fix itself. There's going to be some pain in the near future, probably when you talk about it, but you're going to feel the pain, feel the separation, and then get over it, which is good, processing through that. There could have been a third party or something third that is needed to be brought into the situation and discussed. So if it's not an actual person, it's a third need, right? It's the need of what your partner is having and the reason why they pulled themselves back in the first place. Your outcomes, you have two very clear outcomes. One is you get back together again, you heal it all. The other one is moving on. It's your choice, okay? It's very clear, but it's your choice. Oh, Pisces, I love you. I'm sending you extra super loving energy. I'll see you guys soon.